the way, yeah. Get out the way, get the fuck up out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, ho. You either with me or win. Fuck everything else. Win. These niggas ain't shit. Win. Stop chasing that bitch. Win. Big J Rocco on 10. Exit asphalt. Bring friends. That black tooth go. Jump in. You might wanna keep stuff. I win. Forearm tattoos. That's squad. All of them go shoot. Don't try. I walk in room. They eyes wide. Third album comes soon. I'm glad y'all gon' die. I ain't chasing after no bitch. I got bigger plans than staying rich. I've been tap dancing since I was 6. Tap dance all on a brick. And your diamonds like tap water. That shit way too foggy. These BBS is way awesome. Watch your lesson, baby mama. Drop to your death without warning. Get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get the fuck up out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, ho. You either with me or win. Fuck everything else. Win. These niggas ain't shit. Win. Stop chasing that bitch. Win. Fuck niggas don't stay outside when I play outside. I put the beats on them like drought side. I got the bow side and that loud side. And if you act bad, I bring the cow side. Go and get your money, bitch. None of my niggas on some funny shit. I can tell real by who you're running with. I'm all in the field, duck hunting shit. Hit my plug just to re-up and he was like, boop. Here. Legal knew just what it was. Flipped the whole dub and gave it back, boop. Yeah. 9/11, no malice, baby. 9-ball with no violence, baby. My trigger finger got callous, baby. My bare knuckles got talent, baby. I'm all in the win with it. On Deuce line, I've been with it. She too fine, I've been hit it. Crashed 2 times, I limo tinted my new ride. I'm riding with the toaster. 12 better not pull me over. Championship going dumb. Nothing to something I won, bitch. Get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get the fuck up out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, ho. You either with me or win. Fuck everything else. Win. These niggas ain't shit. Win. Stop chasing that bitch. Win. We just hit the lotto. Are y'all ready? We just hit the lotto is live, as always, Monday through Saturday. Today's got a special feel to it. We got to reflect on one another. It's the MirrorMirroAF Collection. This was a collection, of course, created by Boo, remixed by Dr. Professor Egon, aka Egon AF. And I got news for you. We got almost 8 Solana off this line, y'all. It's gonna be a good day. I'm just saying, I feel like someone's about to be absolutely ecstatic. And I can't wait for it. I'm here for it. With that being said, I first off want to tell y'all what we got in store for tonight. First, we'll talk about the sentiment, overall market sentiment. That's, of course, Solana itself. We'll talk about Lotto itself. And I'm getting a phone call right now by the Dev of the Decade. Oh, hello, Dev of the Decade. Nothing, just live. How you doing, bro? How am I live already? He said, you guys, the dev of the decade's asking me, how am I live already? I'm officially live, like literally, right? You want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi? Here, you're on speaker.
What's up, everybody?
Mr. Nonchalant himself didn't even know we were live tonight. How beautiful is this, you guys?
What's up, Mo?
I didn't see any of your posts.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah, 6 minutes ago, you're live. I see it now.
6 minutes ago. You feel free to jump on up here, you little silly goose, you.
Man.
My man. All right, so
we can't blame him. It's mirror, mirror. You know, it's the whole opposite thing. It's just throwing people off. I get it.
I almost thought about saying the evil, but then I was like, I don't really want it to say evil because that's live backwards. So I kept it live. You know what I mean, summons that dark.
That's right, because it's only positive things going to be happening to us. Let's roll.
You know what it is, bro. Shout out to Egon, obviously, up here with a mic, man, talking as always, man. We love Egon, man. Just so happy to have someone like himself so fucking into this project of ours, man. To have a teammate like Egon is second to none, man. This guy puts in so much work, man. Kudos to you, including but not limited to the intro video, and also the actual remix of our 10th collection was your idea, and it was a beautiful idea, I must say. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, bro. I appreciate you.
Anytime is the 11th, but yes, I get you.
My man. So let's talk about it real quick, man. What's in store? So sentiment of the overall market conditions. We're going to talk about our beloved meme coin, aka Just the Lotto. We're going to obviously spin the mechanical machine so people can hit a lotto. And then, of course, we're going to find some live trades because the market is juicy both ways, up, down, no matter. We like trading, man. And we'll find some live trades for you guys tonight. Then, of course, tomorrow kicks off our Tuesday where we have perps and poker. We'll be playing No Limit Hold'em with the best of them and trading perpetuals live on the same channels you're watching from right now. And then, of course, Wednesday, we got our perps crash course, followed by Thursday, our perps crash course. Then, of course, Friday, perps and poker, plus the live Lotto Ball drawing. It won't be a drawing, but it'll be the next series. The NFTs will go live on Friday evening, and they'll last until, of course, Sunday evening. Then Saturday, we have our live Lotto Ball drawing for all of our NFT holders, from our OGs to our zeros to the Yo Lotto minis. And then, of course, Sunday, we watch the NFL. We'll have some beautiful teasers and parlays and prop bets now that we're a few weeks in the season. Start seeing people's roles, start seeing what coaching changes have happened and who's making the difference. And, of course, start looking at what team is for real and what team is a phony, man. So I'm excited for a jam-packed week as always. But tonight is the night. Tonight is the night that even well before the token was launched, November 27th of 2024, Motown and myself, we sat behind the scenes before he launched the token, and we said, listen, it's going to be called Just the Lotto, and we need to ensure that there are lottos like constantly. And one of the ideas was, of course, the NFTs. And we did that, no problem. But on top of that, we wanted weekly NFTs. And it took us a really long time to find somebody who could make it happen, because the marketplace is not so bullish on Solana as an NFT chain, because a lot of these coins don't make it. Let's face it, 9+ months, right? Let alone a month. So we've defied a lot here. And I think we got blessed running into an individual by the name of Trader Max, who obviously has had a big hand in our StreamYards for us to do live showcases every night, but also the NFTs themselves. The marketplace is on shogunfusion.io, brought to you by Trader Max, who took all of the ideas that we had and actually made them become from dreams to a reality. And so I sit here in front of you and I say, listen very carefully. The dynamic is about to change here. I'm not hyping it up, but there's about to be some significant announcements coming very soon. And so I'm telling you this because I need you to have your head on a swivel. I need you, the day ones, to be ready for when we drop the bomb case. The bomb case, the bombshell. Drop the bomb, drop the case, drop the news, drop the alpha. Alpha is coming. And in my honest opinion, it's going to change the trajectory of this project forever. And I mean forever. Forever. I need y'all to really be aware that it can be as soon as tomorrow. It could be within a week. It's any day now. And I'm telling you guys right now, we've been nothing but transparent for a very long time. You know me, I ain't never overhyped some shit that we got cooking. But this is 100% for certain something that you need to be ready to go, and you need to be available for when this announcement takes place. It is something that you're going to want to look out for. That means put your fucking noties on. That means check your devices at all times, because when we do drop the news, I have a very, very, very good feeling that you're going to want to know what the fuck it is as fast as possible. Okay? As fast as possible. Now, again, if you've yet to repost, quote, like, reply, all that fun stuff, this is the time to do it, guys. If you're watching on Twitch, Kick, or YouTube, you know how to engage. Make sure you subscribe. It's free on YouTube. It's also free on Twitch if you have Amazon Prime. If you don't have Amazon Prime, you can still subscribe on Twitch. And remember, every month when you make that monthly installment, half of it comes to us. We are eligible, and we have taken over that particular wallet. It's going to be something that we can obviously help the project with. So it's not like it's just getting paid to nothing. If you're watching from X, you already know how to engage. That's where most of us come from, right? So repost it, quote it, like it, love it, the whole 9 yards. We do have a 16 SOL double jackpot today. Possibilities of 16 SOL in the double jackpot. If you know, you know. Single jackpots at 8 SOL. We're rounding up here. We got a lot going on the spins. I need y'all to start spreading the word that we're going to get busy here in just a moment. Now, before we go any further, I want to give a special shout out to the individuals that show up every day, all day, every day. Obviously, Husky G. Win, 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 win. Dante, of course, man, the king of memes, the one and only. We got, of course, Egon multitasking up here, reposting, hitting us with comments, the whole 9 yards. Not the mama's in the building. What's up, not the mama? We got, of course, Oh Sherry in the building. Nice to see you in the building, Oh Sherry. The Dev of the Decade reposted everything. He's popping. And then, of course, we even got Newport Dane, a.k.a. Heather, in the building. Now, that's the ones that left me some comments. If y'all want to leave me some comments, please do. I would love to give you a shout out too. There's nothing more fun than giving a shout out to the individuals that do show up all day, every day. If you guys talk about Solana real quick and get into that market sentiment, these are the 4-hour candles. And clearly we had a reversal candle here. Kind of hard to see because there's pretty much no base to the candle, just all wick. Clearly a nice reversal. The very next candle on the 4-hour closed above the 234.12. We came back in the demand zone, the halfway point, held it like a champion, and it appears to be trying to push up. So again, we do not predict, we only react. But if you look at the 4-hour candle, we had a massive push to the upside. And I mean massive. It doesn't even look that crazy until you expand it. But we're talking about the last reversal candle that hit, which was right around $200 we held. And it pushed from those $200 levels all the way up to $250 to the penny.
From that 250, we had our pullback, and it's down to about $233 and some change. That's right in line with some of these pullbacks that are healthy, $15, $20 pullbacks that have been very healthy in order to grab that next leg up. So I'm extremely bullish in the trajectory of Solana. I do believe, I've said this on many, many, many episodes, that when the golden cross happens on a daily candle, the volume picks up and Solana has hit all-time highs every cycle. It's not just like a straight blow through to the all-time highs. It's just after the golden cross happens, it kind of rides that 50-day moving average to all-time highs. It's done it 2 years in a row. I don't believe this year is any different. You know, again, I can't predict. I don't know for certain, but that's the feel that it has so far. If you go to a daily candle, you can see how ridiculous this is since the golden cross. The golden cross is right here. It took place on August 4th. Normally it happens in October. This year it came a couple months earlier. August 4th came around. When it was officially golden cross time, 50 was above the 200. And of course, after 2 days of holding the 50-day moving average, we started to stretch away. Now, of course, we kind of double topped on this area here, so we weren't able to retake that same, retake our past curl. And of course, that came down to us holding that 50 SMA again before launching and getting another higher high. Then, of course, we had that pullback, didn't quite come to the 50 SMA, jumped up off of that, got another higher high. So we've repeatedly seen higher lows with higher highs. Now, after doing that for a very long time, the past week and a half was absolutely insane because every single day was green for a week straight, and it started stretching very far away from this 50 SMA. That's overbought territory. However, there's pullbacks. That's typical. If you look at the top of the last curl, the pullback could be as low as about a $218 pullback, which is really, really low. Will that happen? Nobody knows. Is this already the official, bottoming? Who knows? We tend to get a couple days of red, or at least a couple days out of a few days red when we start to have these pullbacks. It's typical. However, again, this has a specific feel to it that's a little different. When Bitcoin was at $125, its all-time high, Solana was still fighting with the 185 to 200 range. Now, Bitcoin dominance kind of slowed up, started dropping down from 125 to 115, 111 even at one point, and Sol started moving and cruising towards the upside. And the same went for Ethereum. Ethereum was all the way up to almost $5,000, and then it had a pullback, and we kind of differentiated from everything. We started moving up still while everyone else was kind of struggling. So I say that to let you guys know the reason why I'm so bullish on Solana is because it's got more transactions per second than anything else. It's generating billions and billions of dollars of revenue. I believe that Solana will be one of the very first mass adopted chains. And I mean, like, the majority of people, whether they know it or not, are utilizing it. I believe that we will get to the point in the near future where when you go to the grocery store, you're going to be able to use whatever cryptocurrency you hold, and they will have a systematic approach in which it will convert whatever you're using to purchase into whatever they're looking for, whether that's USDC, whether that's Solana. I don't know. I don't care. I think every store could potentially be different. And I think depending on how the stores ran and what they believe to be the most bullish is probably what they'll prefer to get. If you use Solana here, it might be cheaper, in other words, than if you're going to use a different currency that's going to have to be converted. And I believe we're on pace for that. Okay. I don't know when, and I don't know how fast that's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot closer than people think. And when that takes place, I think that is when shit gets real interesting. Solana is the fastest and the least expensive. And it's got the capabilities of being just that, the chain that can move everything. So this could get really interesting really fast, and I'm pretty confident to say it's a lot quicker than people might think. Now we're going to jump to the 1 hour for a moment, and we have what's called an inverse head and shoulders appearing to kind of make itself potentially present. Now, head and shoulders is when you have the head and two shoulders, and inverse is when it's upside down. You could see here would be its head, here would be its left shoulder. And of course, we haven't quite pulled up to the neckline. However, sometimes you don't need to do that. If you pull back and you hit the shoulder here, it would be a little sloppy jalopy, but it would still be qualified for head and shoulder, which could potentially move us up to the arm ranges where we're talking 244, we're talking at least a 240 perhaps. Again, right here, we got the 237, 78 or 74. This is all possible. And I think that, depending on the volume, depending on the buyers, depending on the market 24/7, you never know where we go from here. But I'm very cautious right now, and I'm treading very lightly because we haven't really yet gotten our higher curl game going, right? Where our swing, like you can see here, we haven't quite taken out this 238 range. We didn't quite take out this 235 range. So every time we've had a curl, it's been a little bit softer until this particular one kind of started to take out some of these, pullbacks and pull-ups. So I'm not fully sold on it yet, but we could potentially have a cup and handle if the volume's right and get a nice pop, which would then put us right back into those equations. Now, again, we can't predict, we can only react. So if we do lose this 234.12, I do expect us to pull back to the 231.71, and I would take shorts to that level. So we'll get into trading, hopefully take some live trades at some point tonight. But as Solana is gearing up, obviously this is really helpful for Lotto. And I want you guys to pay attention to something extremely interesting on Lotto. If you go from a charting standpoint, from a technical analysis on Lotto itself, you got 1 milli as our resistance, you got 750K as our mean, and you have our low right around the 500K mark. That's just where we've been trading for. These are daily candles all the way back from June 29th. Okay. You can see it's very clear that this green line has been our hardcore support. This red line has been our hardcore resistance on a downtrend. And I think this is what you guys can easily see visibly, that this is what a wedge looks like. My favorite trade in the entire universe is a trend break. It's just a reversal off the trend break. So what happens exactly is you break to the upside of that trend and you wait patiently for it to test that trend. And when it tests that trend, usually the volume picks up and you get a nice push to the upside, potentially getting higher highs. So I really love what I'm seeing from a technical analysis standpoint on Lotto itself. Now you can see what I mean here on the bottom of this page. There's a 4.49 Solana purchase. So $1,000 was purchased 3 hours and 25 minutes ago. Not one sell took place since then. That is how you understand the people that are holding this particular project are holding without any fear, without any worry, without any doubt, because obviously a $1,000 purchase over 2 million tokens purchase would give people an easy way to, take a little off their possession and scale out a little bit, but you're not seeing that. Those are things that are really bullish. Okay. And no, that's not my purchase there. That 4.49, I don't know who that is. That's not me. That came in today, again, 3.5 hours ago or so, and wasn't met with any selling pressure. And you can see the volume. It's very low. Not many transactions. That is proof that the people that are holding are the diamond-handed. Those are the ones that you have to get through. Every single one that clips when there's pops and trims and trims and trim. You want to get rid of those individuals before you start making that next move, because when you do make that next move, you're going to be met with a lot of resistance where people are like, finally, I can get out of this fucking hole I'm in, right? That's what technically took place up to $1 million. That's what took place back to 750K. And then now we're here, right? Those individuals are gone. They're gone. Our holder count dropped down about 1,550 people, and those are real wallets, real holders that are not going anywhere. Most of these wallets you see have no sells on them. They just have buys. They've been accumulating. And that's really fucking bullish to see. And I don't think it could have came at a better time. A better time, because half of our liquidity pool currently is made up of Solana. Over 230 Solana tokens are in this liquidity pool. That's $53,000. The other 53K is made up of course, the Lotto tokens. So as those start to get diminished, you replace them with Solana, right? Well, when Solana goes on a tear, then our liquidity pool gets beefed up. And that's what you're seeing here. 107,000 in our locked liquidity pool. And our market cap is just under 500K. You guys, that's 20%. 20%. That's really high. You can look at meme coins. 10% is usually where they're at. So we're in a really strong position from our liquidity standpoint, our liquidity pool standpoint, and we're not done. Like we're not done with our actual setups that we have moving forward. It's extremely exciting right now to be a Lotto holder. I got a feeling the ones that have been extremely patient, that have not bit off more than they can chew, that have been able to actually sit back and enjoy the journey itself, those are the ones that will be rewarded the most, because those are the ones that are tuning in and tapped in every day, right? We have a massive announcement coming, okay? And again, I'm going to repeat this because the room's doubled now. There's 131 of you in here. There will be alpha soon. We will be dropping alpha, and I need you guys to be ready for the alpha. So put your noties on for myself, for the main page. If you're not in the Telegram, get in there. If you're not on the on our our community on X, get in there. If you're not in our Discord, get in there. If you're not in our group chats, get in there. Get in and keep your ears to the streets. Keep your eyes on the prize. There will be a big alpha drop. And trust me when I tell you, you're going to want to be aware of it when it does drop, okay? You're going to want to be aware. Now, that's sentiment on Solana. That's sentiment on Lotto, like I broke down to you. And then, of course, I now want to officially get into the main event, okay? Because I know a lot of you guys are like, yo, it's Monday Night Football, doggy. I'm trying to watch a game, and there's another game coming on at 7, and and I get it, and we're going to get into those fun games in a moment. Couple people have started chatting. I want to make sure I reach out to everybody in the comment section. Of course, we got Ash in the building, my sis. Love you. Thank you for jumping on YouTube, making our presence known on that as well. Also, shout out to Mr. Chris. Nice to see you in the building as always. And I think that's the only two I'm missing so far. But if I'm missing anybody, I love y'all. And I appreciate you guys hitting us with some comments. Now, the main event. The main event. I am going to play a video just in case you missed the intro video of today. This way, you know exactly what the MirrorMirroAF is all about. These are NFTs on the Solana chain. Once a week, you can go to shogunfusion.io. Typically from Friday to Sunday is when our collections become available to the public. We don't just do a typical launch. We actually do what's called an auction. There is an opportunity to max bid on these auctions. So if you don't want to wait around and see if you win, you can slap a 0.7 Solana and that Lotto ball is yours. Otherwise, you can throw a bid in there and hope that you win it when the time strikes down to 0. They usually end on Sunday evenings. On top of all of that, tonight is the live drawing for this one in particular. And I got to tell you, man, we're very, very close to something major. Before I give up too much, I'm going to go ahead and hit play on this video. Enjoy. This is a remix by Dr. Egon. And of course, the collection was created by no one other than herself. I am Boo _ AF. Excellent work. By your boy Egon. Let's first off talk about the jackpot. So last week, shout out to Swanky. He hit the jackpot for 14 Solana. 14 Solana, guys. 14 Solana, you guys. Golly. That's a lot of money. Over $3,000. Man, it was even more than that, huh? What was last week's jackpot? Do we know what last week's jackpot was? 14 Solana times 200 and it was at 250 just yesterday. So yeah, a little over 3,300 bucks. Okay. $3,500 at one point is what that was worth, you guys. This game is designed to give you fun ways to maybe get a 10x, 50x, 100x, who knows? That's what this game is designed for. Not only is it designed for that, but it's designed to give you an opportunity to make Solana so you don't ever have to worry about selling your Lotto tokens and you can keep them for a longer period of time, giving us the ability to shrink and reduce the supply and, of course, ultimately propelling all of the value of each token that we hold currently. It's also designed to give Solana to the individuals that participate so that they could then turn around and go hit the chart with some live buys, once again, reducing the supply and, of course, making each token worth more. It's a win-win-win, literally. So not only if you don't win the Lotto, but your fellow comrade does it actually help you still by them participating and putting in some of those tokens. Now, of course, that's the goal and that's the most ideal outcome. However, not everybody is going to put their Solana to Lotto. There's going to be eventually people that don't even hold Lotto playing the game. And therefore, we don't have control over that. So what we want to do is we want to ensure that this particular collection series is always going to benefit Lotto holders most importantly. So last week we announced that 30% of the prize pool will be taken out right away and held for buying the actual chart. That's what it's going to be designed for. So not all 30% of it, we're going to do 10% of that into the chart this particular week. 20% of it will roll over to the jackpot itself. However, after this week, we're going to be taking a portion of each jackpot that hits and ensuring that we buy the chart with that jackpot. We're not going to start it today, but I'll give you a prime example. If the double jackpot hit for 16 Solana, rather than giving the full 16 Solana, we would give 12 Solana and the other 4 Solana would go to the chart. So 25% of double jackpots after tonight, not including tonight, but after tonight, will then go towards the actual token buyback. So that's 25% of all double jackpots, 10% of all jackpots will go straight to buying the chart. That's number one. Number two, 30% of the prize pool, the resources brought in, 10% goes to the chart automatically, 20% is going to go into a rollover method, so we can, of course, increase the jackpot. Now, there are other ways that the jackpot will be increased. Do not forget, a 0 or a double 0 will also beef up the jackpot. So if the first spin of the night, who gets 40% tonight, if it's a 0 or a double 0 first, then of course 40% just stays in that jackpot, right? I'll go through each set of rules one at a time. And then on our actual website, as we're updating the NFT side of it all, we're going to have the rules, the game plan, and updated every single day and every single week as we get to each collection, including the winners that we'll announce on that particular site. A fun place to show people how we operate. And most importantly, one easy, transparent way to get to something to ensure everything is copacetic. Obviously, I like being extremely transparent. I'm always going to be this way with you guys. I will always tell you my intent. If I don't tell you my intent, you're more than welcome to ask, and you'll get the same exact response as always. My intent is to help this project, no matter what. I will always roll out new things to see how they help the project. And if I find that there's ways we need to pivot or strengthen the help of the project, then I will obviously tweak and adjust and ensure that we do just that. If every week we can put even 10% of these lines to the chart, that's only going to help us reduce the supply. That's happening starting with this one, but also moving forward. This is going to be a wallet for Boo, the creator, and she's going to be able to hold some Lotto tokens of her own. And as you know, it's going to be in safe hands. This will be us showing her gratitude for the time and efforts she puts in on a weekly basis, because we believe that these tokens are undervalued. So she might not be making too much off the line right now, $0 of income for the 11 weeks we've done it. But with being able to accumulate tokens every week, in the future when they are worth something, she'll then be able to have some resources for her hard work. And we appreciate her and we love that. We also want to ensure that, again, we are reducing the supply. Now, I already know over 50 to 100 people personally that are in this project that seriously buy every time they get extra resources. It could be from trading. It could be from hitting the lotto. It could be from a good work shift, a good commission check, whatever they do in life, they're always buying this chart. So little by little, we know we're going to get there regardless where the supply gets diminished. And that's when we're going to increase our demand. And we have absolutely 100% a solid, rock solid plan in increasing that demand when the time is correct to ensure that every one of us get a chance to accumulate the tokens that we want for this move. I always talk about positioning yourself prior to the moves. That's one of the biggest things you can do in the crypto world. You don't want to have to chase when shit's running hot. You want to already be in that position before it starts to run hot. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't advise you what to do. But for those of you that have been involved for the 9 months, you know when I'm saying get ready, be prepared, that there's something coming that's going to be extremely bullish for this project. First things first, I want to announce how we're doing this particular drawing. The biggest thing to understand is that we had two things for certain. Number one, we had 0.25 Solana going to the highest bid. I believe the highest bid was, in fact, the 11 ball for 0.7. I'll double check just to ensure by the time the night's up, and I will announce, of course, who that winner will be. We also are doing something we've never done before, and that is reflections. It's the MirrorMirroAF Collection, so it only made sense. What we're going to do is we're going to be giving away 3 I'm sorry, what am I saying? 3, 4. We're giving away 1 million tokens, 1 million tokens in reflections to all these holders. We're going to break it down. So whoever has the highest bid is obviously going to get more Lotto tokens than whatever the smallest bid was, and vice versa, everything in between, right? So 1 million Lotto tokens will be distributed between 16 people. However, we're going to give an extra million to the person that collectively spent the most SOL. So I want to break that down, what that means. If you have 5 of these Lotto balls and you spent 1.5 SOL and you're the highest owner of all, then you're going to get an additional million tokens in Lotto. And that is us saying thank you for the unwavering support. I know hitting the Lotto would be just as fun, but at least you guarantee to get something this line, and that's more Lotto tokens. Okay. The first line, the first spin, as always, is a double jackpot. The double jackpot is 16 Solana. If you have yet to repost this or quote it, that's the time you do it. You say, look, Ghost is about to do the first spin of the night. Double jackpot is at 16 Solana. 16 Solana. That's the double jackpot. That's more than the single jackpot that hit for Swanky last week. 16 Solana is our double jackpot tonight. Single jackpot is 8 Solana. And our first spin is 40% of the prize pool. We're rounding up to 8 Solana. You can see up top it's 7.9628 Solana in the wallet. We're rounding up to 8 Solana. So 40% of that's going to be 3.2 Solana for the very first spin of the night. Now I want to break these rules down. As you know, there are tons of balls in that machine, but during these nights, only specific balls come into play. 1 through 69. Okay, that's how many balls there are. They're all numbered 1 through 69. If the first ball to drop is numbered 1 through 69, then that is the number that will see who owns the NFT associated with that number, in which they will receive 3.2 Solana. However, if the number is a 0 or a double 0, it simply stays in the jackpot and we go to our second spin, which means our second spin is still worth a double jackpot of 16 SOL, mind you. Okay? It just means we're skipping that turn and it stays in that wallet moving forward until someone hits it. Now, that is if a 0 or a double 0 come out first. Now, there's another circumstance. There's 2 other additional balls. One ball is a jackpot. The other ball is a double jackpot. If it is a jackpot that comes out first, just like last week, we reload the machine, we spin, and the first number 1 through 69 that comes out gets that double jackpot. Same goes for the jackpot. So remember, it's the first ball that comes out that dictates what the prize will be. And on top of that, remember, we don't care how many balls come out afterwards. There's no splits. If it is a jackpot or a double jackpot, it doesn't matter what numbers came out with it. We load it all and we do a fresh spin for that first number to identify who's getting paid. Y'all ready to go? We just hit the Lotto! First spin of the night, 16 double jackpot, 16 Solana, and the double jackpot is ready to go. Solo jackpot is 8 Solana. First spin of the night, 3.2 Solana is potentially getting distributed to one person. From 3.2 Solana to 16 Solana is the chance that this person has. As always, we're going to play some music. We're going to turn on the camera on the actual machine. You get that ready to go. I lost it. There we go. All right. Machine is locked and loaded. It's time to play a motherfucking anthem. You guys, I can't wait till we're big time and I got like literally a production crew that just like does everything. Like I just want to be like, bam, 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 bam. Like it just plays in the background and they already got the songs queued up. They know exactly where we're headed. You know, I'm too whimsical for this shit. I'm too whimsical for this shit. I'm like, I'm gonna keep it a buck, but I'm just sitting here kind of like, oh yeah, let's get a song playing. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? I'm whimsical with this shit, man. I got no one up here with me. Wifey's out here. I can hear her. She's out in the kitchen and some shit. She got the camera off. She got her, come on, man. Egon bounced. It's just your boy up here. And I can't stop, won't stop. In due time, y'all.
The time is now. Yep. Right game. Took my heart away from money. I ain't interested in fame. And I pray that never change. Ambition is priceless. Something that's in your veins. And I put that on my name. Only hope I had was selling dope. Was on my grind, cause times was harder than to sell a float. My mama told me never steal, but never tell folks. I grew up looking up the niggas that was selling coke. Oh, I was raised by the stop sign. No religion, I was getting saved by the Glock 9. By the minute, I was getting paid like a hotline. Serving raw, things was calling. We was .com, well connected, well respected and well protected. And get accepted, well rejected, now they regret it. And get my message, was the signal when I was texting. The niggas I was calling was fall, and I learned a lesson. Now I move with aggression, use my mind as a weapon. Chances are never given, they took them like interceptions. So throw that pass, I'll be the quarterback. Me and Ballon and MG gon' bring that one up. I am a dream, know what's harder than living. They gon' let me for my ambition. He's in a dream, know what's harder than living. They gon' let me for my ambition. He's in a dream, know what's harder than living. They gon' let me for my ambition. Speaks for itself. You know my muse and paint a picture, that be my bitch. Define ambition for me. My ambition to win, just to get me some meanings. Help me pay my little rent, maybe sit in the beans. I saw mama print.
Swanky, your boy's on a fucking heater. Way to go, Swanky. For 0.085 SOL, you just turned that shit into 3.2 Solana. 3.2 Solana. 0.085 SOL? For real? Man, that's a 40x. That's like a 40x, bro. Swanky with the win. The dirty 30. Number 30, first ball to shoot. That's 3.2 SOL to Swanky. And mind you, Swanky was the one who won it last week. The jackpot. That's 14 SOL last week. Another 3.2 SOL this week. Kudos to you, man. Congratulations. All right, so y'all know the drill, right? So 3.2. This is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna have fun today. You ready? Watch this. 3.2 SOL. Yep. We're going to give it to him on the show. Like before we even go anywhere, we going right to it. Let's send out this 3.2 SOL to the homie Swanky real quick. Boom, that's his address. Go to extension, send some Solana, address, 3.2 SOL, next, send. Boom. We're going straight here. Straight here. First winner of the night. 3.2 SOL. To the homie Swanky. It's Swanky. Oh my goodness, man. You gotta switch your name, man. I already got you changing your name last time, man, when you had the disaster. I think it was Danny Disaster, man. We got to get you to switch it up one more time, man. One more time, man. I gotta put this on the live screens and crap. You know what I mean? You winning on us, bro. You winning, you hitting the lotto, man. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Just a lotto. Bam. Boo, the creator. The Shogun Fusion. And the remixer. And of course,